So our particles that are part of this explosion are each going to be instances of a class. Now they're going to have position and speed and a few other parameters that are necessary to make each of them fly around. And of course they're all going to be different because they're going to be flying in different directions, and the particles may be slightly different colors and have all kinds of other differences going on. So the easiest way to do that and keep track of all that stuff, because we're going to have a lot of particles, is through a class. So we're going to create a class for the particles. Right click on the particles underscore name line, click add class, and we want this just to be a standard C# class. So make sure that's selected there at the top. And now the name for this is going to be Particle Sprite. So click add. There it is. Come to our top of our game1.cs, and we need these using statements. And go to our particle sprite class, paste them in, so there they are. Okay, now down inside the class here, we need to create some variables, and then we need to create a constructor. So we'll come in and add a line. So public, and the first thing we need to add is the texture 2D. Just give it a name. And that's the specific image used for, remember, this is each particle is going to have one of these. So vector 2 for position, X and Y, where it starts out in the game space. And a vector 2 for the speed, so there's an X and Y speed it's traveling. And then here's the rest of them. We've got whether it's active, the scale is, how big it is gravity working on the particle? I mean, if particles have some mass, they're going to have more gravity apparent, possibly. If they're in outer space, then gravity is not going to be an issue. Scale change rate. The particles in particle explosions tend to get a little bigger in most cases, so we have a scale change rate that says how quickly that happens. And random speed change, we don't want all of them changing speed at the same rate. They kind of look like, they're all choreographed together. And if they're changing randomly, that'll make it look a little more organic. And then a color. This is actually going to be used for making the particle become more transparent over time. And then gravity total is just an accumulated gravity. We're going to have an effective gravity rate, which is the gravity variable, and then over time, that acceleration due to gravity is going to build up gravity speed. So we need this other variable here. So now we're ready for the constructor. So here we go. So public and particle sprite. And then most of these variables, these parameters, are going to be entered in to begin with, especially the texture 2D image and the position. Pretty much have to have those there. So position X, position Y. Remember, we could bring these in as vector 2's, but it's easier for the user to have them as X and Y, because that's probably going to be a little more understandable to them. And then we need the speed, so float underscore speed, and again X, and then we'll have a float speed Y. There's a bunch more of these, so at this point let's zoom ahead, and there they all are. So we've got all of our parameters that we're importing. Bool active, is this particle active, which will let it be drawn on the screen and move around. What is the scale initially? What is the gravity? Just different things that we might need. And then, of course, down in the body of the constructor, we actually assign those to that particular instance of the particle sprite class that we're creating at that moment. So there they all are, and that's good, looks fine. And we'll come up to the top here and save it, and that's all we need for now.